Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. How are you? Welcome to CraftStash Live. It is Friday I want to say the 24th of June. I keep getting it wrong this week. More than one occasion I've got that date wrong. But we have got a fantastic launch for you today. So we are launching a beautiful new collection from Simply Made Crafts. Now you've already been on the website, thrown this into your basket super quick. We are already getting down to double figures of these. So you need to be really, really quick. We have got beautiful 12 by 12 papers. We have got mechanisms that work in your albums, but they also work within your card making, your journals, your scrapbooks, whatever you're making. We've got a gorgeous stamp and die set, and we've also got embellishments in here that are going to work with your cards and everything as well. But then there's the album. Now that's the big thing. This is called the Small Albums Collection. Helen can talk to you more about what is a small album compared to a medium, a large album. And we do have lovely Helen Griffin here with us. We're going to quickly go and say hello to Helen, actually, first of all, while I talk about her behind her back. Hello, Helen.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Lou.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just so glad that the weather's cooled down a little bit.
A little bit. It's cloudy, but it's muggy here. I'm waiting for the thunderstorm.
I'm hoping we get some, but hopefully after the show.
Oh yeah, we don't want it now. We know what that does to signals and internets and things. But the new collection, I will do a brief overview in a moment. I know you've got some beautiful elements there that you're going to show us, as well as boards and things. But now we're on to small albums, and for anyone who's just joined us, just joined CraftStash, doesn't know about Simply Made Crafts, why is this the small album? What's the difference between this and other albums you've done?
Okay, so we are releasing new albums now in a good sizing order. So we've already had the large, we've had the medium, and now we've got the small. So that was the last one. So now I can start a brand new series on all of the albums, how you can use them to work together and mixing and matching things. So that is one thing that I'm really excited about.
Fabulous. Okay, brilliant. Now, like I say, we will come back to you in just a moment. I didn't want to talk about you as if you weren't here, so everybody knows you're in the background. I'm going to do a bit of housekeeping and flick through the collection while you can get ready to show us more in detail, if that's okay. We'll be back with you in a moment.
Okay.
I love that little wave Helen does. It's great, isn't it? Very quickly, I'm going to say hello to a few of you. I always do this. We love being live. I love seeing your comments come through. I'm terrible at keeping up with comments whilst I'm talking to you. So let's start on, we're on Facebook. I don't know, it all looks the same to me. We're on Facebook. Hello to Lynn Clifton. She says, hello, Helen. Hi, Lou. Excited for this collection and to watch the demos. Yes, Helen will be demonstrating live today, so you can ask her questions as she demonstrates. It's brilliant. She's going to be demonstrating two mechanisms, the twist and pop and the waterfall, so you'll be able to see how those go together. I want to get them just for my cards, let alone my albums. Yes, it is 24th. Thank you. Cheryl Thomas says hello to everybody, as does Tracy Bantoff. Carolyn Donnelly, hi to everybody. Joe Crafty, I love that name. I really hope that's your real surname. I doubt it is, but hello to you as well. And Belinda Blakely, Michaela Hearn. I could go on, there's so many of you. Thank you so much for joining us. I will pop over to YouTube as well and keep an eye on the comments there. If you have a question for Helen or for myself, I would suggest pop it into capitals so it catches my eye a little bit more. Now, the collection, you do have the chance of actually winning some items from this. So here's a quick overview of the new collection. As I say, you have got the most stunning papers here. Helen's going to go through everything in detail. You're going to see makes that she's created with these. Oh, look at the bumblebees. Who doesn't love a bumblebee? I think the last few years they've become more and more prominent in crafting and other areas as well. Home decor, it's everywhere, isn't it? Beautiful 12 by 12 paper pack. As I say, stamps and dies as well. These are for your journaling. So you've got gorgeous bee-themed sentiments there. So be happy, buzzing by to say hi, believe, enjoy small things. But you've also got the most magnificent bumblebee detailed stamp in there. Look at the size of that as well. It is so, so pretty. I cannot wait to get crafting with that. Like I say, just on my cards. You've got honeycomb backgrounds and journaling panels as well, and all the outline dies. You've got some beautiful panels. I'm not going to get these out because, again, Helen's going to show us these in detail and show you the size, get them all out of the packaging for you. But trust me, they are a really good size for your cards too. For your albums, you've got the twist and pop die set here. Lots of good kinetic elements that's just going to, it's just going to pop. There you go, no pun intended. You do have another one that I don't have here, and that's the waterfall mechanism as well. Again, Helen's showing you that. And then we have the small album die set. If you've got any of Helen's album die sets, you're going to know how easy they are to put together, how she thinks of everything, and she supplies video tutorials for you, not only through CraftStash, but also through her own YouTube channel as well. So you're never left on your own. Helen's really good at putting clear descriptions and instructions on the back for you also. Now, if you are entering to win, which I will talk to you about in a moment, the prize today is going to be a paper pack, the honeycomb die set, and the twist and pop die set. So if you want to win these, now the reason I put this bundle together for you is because whether you are into your mini albums, your journals, your scrapbooks, or your card making, these will work for you. Okay, so please do enter in a little while when I give you a question to answer. You can also enter over on our Facebook page. There's a second chance to enter there. We'll be announcing 2 live winners at the end of this hour and another winner next week through the Facebook page. Okay, last little bit of housekeeping for you. We've got offers on, of course, on all of these collection. Like I say, these have been flying ever since they went live on our website. You've been popping these into your basket. So the lowest item, $11.99, is the paper pad. I would definitely say if you can stretch, go to that at least, because the bumblebees are amazing. But you can also save up to £36 when you're buying bundles. And there's lots of different configurations of bundles where you're going to be saving money on every single one of them. Okay, Helen, are you happy for me to come to you now?
Yes, I'm all ready.
Fabulous, fabulous. There we go, Helen. I'm going to leave you to craft along, and I'm just going to watch in the background.
Okay, I'm just going to lift this up just ever so slightly so we have a bit more space. There we go. So, yep. Hello, everybody. Right, so I'm not too sure where to start. There's just so much to show you guys. So I'm going to move these aside. I'm going to show you these last, I think.
That photo is the cutest, though.
Thank you. So we're going to go straight into the small album die set. So I want to quickly show you the dies, and then I've got the samples here. So it's going to be easier for you to see the dies when they're all spread out nicely, so you can see them properly. Okay, I think we've got that side down. There we go. So here we have the main die here. So this is going to be the same concept and assembly as the medium and the large dies. So my light just turned off there. It's a touch screen one. It just flicked off. So it's not Halloween yet, is it?
Maybe the heat's got to that as well.
Okay, so so we have the main die here, and also now with these sets we have the binding included, so you don't have to buy a separate die in order to make a complete album. That was the whole idea behind this whole concept now. And we also have a page mat die there. So let's move over now. So we also have a large pocket, and we have the shaped thumb hole and the shaped mat for those pockets. We have a smaller one here with the shaped pocket. We also have a little trellis border die there. That is for the height of the album. I'll quickly show you. So here we have that. So that's perfect height there. And then we have this lovely index tab die. I go mad for index tab dies. I really do. So that is for using these in the pocket pages.
Oh, brilliant. So is that, do you glue that on, or does that have a part of the die that doesn't cut through?
No, you cut this out individually, and then you can pop it onto your cards. So as you can see there, I'm hoping that shows up. If I can get the shadow just right.
So you just glue it on where, oh yes, I can see it. Lovely, perfect, thank you.
So we can pop that on. And again, you can use these on any project you want, really.
Of course.
It's a really good, useful die, that one is. Okay, so that is the small album. So let's have a quick look at the different things that you can do with this album. So as I said, you get the 2 binding spines, these 2 here. So you cut one of these and 3 of these. So this is what it looks like when it's in full size. So you can have it along the long side here to make a portrait. We also have some dash lines. I'm going to bring the die out again. So we have these dash lines just here, so you can trim that down.
So if you're not trimming them down, does that affect it at all? Do you see them much?
No, they're completely hidden inside the pocket page.
Lovely. Okay.
So you don't see any of those lines there. So you trim it down, all of them just like this, to make this really short binding when you glue it all together. And then you can turn this on its side, just like that. And then that will be a landscape album.
Perfect, love that.
So we have
Gorgeous.
all these pockets on the side. So tonight on my YouTube channel, which is Helen Griffin UK, I'll be releasing 2 tutorials this evening on how to put together this mini album. So I'll be doing, the first video will be the binding on how to put it together. And then the second video will be the page assembly and how to attach them to your books.
And they're both launching tonight?
They are, yes. So make sure you
Fabulous.
pop along to yeah, that's on the Helen Griffin UK channel. And then next week they'll be appearing on the Simply Made Crafts channel.
We do have a quick question, if that's okay.
Yep.
I think it's Fiona said, how does this album compare in size to your mini one?
Okay, so I have the portrait album. It's exactly the same size, and it will work perfectly with the portrait editions if you have that as well. So I know we do have that in a bundle with this small album today, so that's on the website.
So is this small album replacing your mini album?
Yes, it is.
But you've got the binding included?
Yes, that's right, yes.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, so I do have a couple more examples to show you. So let's have a quick look at the album in its entirety. So this is what it looks like, and I've used the page dies here to make the covers as well. So it has 6 pages. So you make yourself 8 of the pages, and then 2 just become the outside covers. And you can always reinforce these outside bits by layering up your cardstock or adding some grey board on the top. So I've decorated this with the cut parts from the 12 by 12 paper pad.
Yeah.
And let's have a look inside. So we have here the large pockets, and then there's loads of space in here for photographs. Now I've used these mats here from another die set that's coming up. And so each page is a pocket as well. So here we have the twist and pop. And that closes. It's a lot of fun to play with.
I know. I just want to get making it for cards as well.
Yes, it's going to be perfect for cards as well. So again, I've used the whole layout here from that the bottom bit of the 12 by 12 paper. And again, we have these small pockets at the bottom here as well. And then here we have another twist and pop. So
love that.
I know, it's lovely, isn't it? And so you could use these page mats here to directly cut out your photographs and add them on there. And that just closes just like that. And
brilliant.
Pop that in there. And again, there is a sheet there of cut parts. So here is the waterfall. I've left this one plain, but I will show you one with the papers on. So this is the smaller version from the one we had from the large one. So if you have the large one, this is just the smaller size.
Great.
And it's absolutely so much fun to play with.
Do you know what? For years I've made waterfall cards. So I know you're talking about journals, but I've made the waterfall mechanism by hand, and it's so time consuming and complicated, but to have the dies is just a game changer.
It is. This goes together. This will be my first demonstration actually, so it just goes together so fast.
Brilliant. I look forward to that. Stay tuned, everybody.
And yeah, just more cut parts and more. There's so much room here for your photo mat. So that is the first one. What else? And here we have just an ordinary page die, and I've used the pockets. I've used 2 of the smaller pockets. This one here, and obviously the page mat as well, just to build up a nice little pouch. So I've popped in those little photographs.
Love these photos.
There we go. I've used the bee there from the stamp set, and this is what it looks like without all the photos in. And because it's a pocket pouch, this was made using the page die from the small album.
Right, okay.
This comes out of there. And you don't have to put photographs in it. You can put pens in here and bits of paper, bits of stationery. You can put treats in there. This would make a perfect Halloween goodie bag as well. if you're thinking about Halloween already. I mean, it's
Oh,
already on my
yeah.
mind, so
I know. I was going to say, you've been thinking about Halloween for months already, haven't you?
I have. I have, and that's just a little spoiler of what's going to be coming up very soon.
Ooh,
So
not too. Oh, hang on. We've got to get Christmas out the way with
we
first.
we do have to get Christmas out of the way. Okay, so that is the lovely pouch there, and that's going to make a perfect little gift or a little memory keepsake, or even if you have a larger album, this will fit inside as a little insert. So,
Perfect.
right, so I'm probably going a bit too slow showing you all of these things. Okay, so let's speed up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to be moving on now to the small twist and pop die set. So here we have the dies here. I've set everything out. I'm trying to hold this so that it doesn't get the reflection. Okay, so we have this main die here, which you cut one of, and then you have a choice of two sorts of flat. So we have one here with the ornate design and just a plain rectangle. Now, both of them come with stitched mats. This one is shaped to the ornate shape. This will this shape will complement all of the other dies in the mini album collection as
Right.
well,
Okay.
especially the editions collections that will match in perfectly. And then this one here, it will fit on here, so you can have the choice of just having a plain one. But this would be absolutely perfect for cutting out your photos and doing a mat. So this would be your mat, and then use this on your photograph to cut it out,
Oh.
and then glue it together, and that will fit inside your album perfectly
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
for
So it all
adding
mixes and
that.
matches really
Ex-
well.
Exactly. And if you want to just do one of these ones as well, that would go as well. So we're going to be demonstrating this one first, and I'll be showing you exactly what this little thing is for as well.
Okay.
Um,
So that's that's the waterfall mechanism.
that is, and I've just got a quick sample to show you as well. This is a 5x7 card. And I've just
Gorgeous.
popped that on the top. And it says,
Look
Happy,
at that.
beautiful day. So that's going to make a lovely
And
little
those
birthday
bee
card.
decorations are so pretty as well.
Yes, I absolutely love the bees there. And I've taken the words from the I can't remember the name now. It is the small honeycomb die set, which we'll be getting to in just a moment.
Great.
Okay, so I'm making a mess again. Just going to pop these to the side. I'm going to try and keep everything in order because I'm going to have to re-grab them when I do my my demos. Okay, so here we have. I've just mixed a few things up, actually. I said I was going to show you the small twist and pop, and then I showed you the waterfall.
Yeah, that's why I just confirmed it was the waterfall. I didn't want to pick you up on it, but yeah, you did.
Okay, right, now we're back to the twist and pop. This is the actual twist and pop die. Okay, so here we have the mechanism. It's super easy to do. We demonstrated this today. So we have the main mechanism there, cut one, and then we have the frame here, and then we have 4 mats to choose from. So we have 2 stitched and 2 plain.
Oh,
So that's
lovely. Oh, I
really
love that
easy.
you've supplied more than one, so you can get cutting really quickly.
That's right, just run it through all together. And then again, you can use these individually on your photographs as well.
Perfect.
And then we have the rest of the set, which will do the rest of the card. So there's the card, there's the mat for the front or the inside.
Great.
We have this beautiful wreath here. I love that. So that's going to be perfect for like Christmas as well.
Oh, yes.
Lovely Christmas cards with that wreath.
Absolutely.
And then we have foliage, we have the happy birthday, which has the shadow that goes behind. And then we have these flowers here that you can layer up and add some glitter accents as well. So these are a
Beautiful.
lot of fun. These are a lot of fun to do. So we have that twist and pop there.
I could watch that all day. I'm sure everyone else could as well. And just watch it popping up and think. So have you got them both vertical and horizontal?
Yes, so I have this one here that way round, so it opens up horizontal.
Yes.
And then if we open it sideways, it opens upright.
Brilliant. So you can put vertical. Sorry, my question was. So you can put portrait or landscape photos on it.
You can,
Either
yes,
way, yeah.
depending on the orientation of the card. So I do have another one here that I've shown you already. These are going to pop into your pockets really nicely as well for your photographs.
Brilliant.
So
Fabulous.
That will even fit inside here as well, in the larger pockets. So I'm just trying to be tidy as I go along.
How you're fine. I'll give you a minute to get ready for your demo anyway.
Okay, so that is the twist and pop. Let's pop this over
Lovely.
here. Okay, and then we're going to be moving over to the small honeycomb die set. Now, I remember you just said that it's a really good size there for the honeycomb.
Yes.
So I've die cut everything out so you can see it on the board. This is the actual size. Now, this actually does fit onto the small album page. So here is the die.
Lovely.
As you can see, I'll pop it on the back there. It's the perfect size there for adding.
Oh,
to
fabulous.
your,
So what sort of size card would that fit then, or would that make?
It will make.
Sorry, putting you on the spot there, aren't I?
Right. So a 4 by 6 1/4, it will fit perfectly on that.
Oh,
So,
lovely.
and then we have this very distressed sort of
I
piece as
know.
well. So you can do some lovely layers.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to get embossing that with and make it look metallic. And I love so much fun.
And here we have some cards that I've made as well. So I've
It's so pretty.
a lovely distressed one there with the inks there. I've just used a walnut stain, I think it was on there, just with a brush. Just a walnut stain.
Have you got a bit of glitter card in there as well?
Yes, I have. I've got some I think it's a copper shade.
So pretty.
Or rose gold, and then I've got a copper heat embossing on there as well.
Do you know what? I don't often see you make cards. It's always obviously your albums or your three-dimensional makes.
I don't really get the chance to because I'm so busy on 3D things. So it's really nice to be able to make a card, and even just making little scrapbook pages as well. You know, it's not something I get to do often, but that is my especially the scrapbooking is definitely my favourite thing to do.
Yeah, but those cards are beautiful. Like I say, I think they're some of the first cards I've ever seen from you, and they're really pretty.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
I will read out people's comments in a moment. Okay. We'll just look at the last. I think there's one more thing to look at, isn't there?
There is. This is the duo. This comes as a 2-pack. So we have the Bee Garden Journal and stamp set. So this cuts all the outlines out of the stamps. Now this bee is absolutely wonderful.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I mean, this sold out in the first half of the show at Create and Craft, so this absolutely flew out of the door.
No pun intended.
And I've just got that. Yeah, flew out the door.
She'll be with us in a minute.
So I've made these lovely coasters here. It's just some white gesso paint on some MDF coasters.
Lovely.
And I've just stamped them on there with some black ink, coloured them in. And then this one I've distressed with the walnut stain.
Great.
And then I've just sprayed them
So
with
easy.
clear varnish and just put some black cardstock on the back. So I absolutely love this bee. I really, really do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great on loads of different things.
It's so pretty. And because it's nice and big, it's perfect for focal point, isn't it? I think she's still there. There, you're still there.
Yeah,
we lost you for a split second.
I think I just disappeared there, but I'm back now. So, so this is what the board looks like with everything cut out. Again, with these lines here as well. This does cut out, or you can use the stamp just without the centre bits, but this is what it looks like.
Wonderful.
If you wanted to make some journaling. So I do have a traveller's notebook layout here as well. So I've just gone mad with the stamps and just layered everything up, used a few cut parts,
Gorgeous.
photos, and I just think that looks really, really good. So I'm looking forward to adding some more photos from that party. Okay,
Lovely.
So that is everything.
Thank you so much. What I'll do is I'll give you a minute to reset and get ready for demo while I just read out some comments and flick through the offers. So we'll be back with you in a moment, Helen.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. Aren't they fabulous? Yes, so you could win 3 of the items. So that is that honeycomb set, the twist and pop set, and, it's a little bit bigger, and the paper pack as well. So 2 of you are going to be winning that at the end of this hour. All you need to be doing is commenting. That doesn't matter if you're on Facebook or YouTube. I'll choose one from each. Hillary is having a well-deserved day off today, so it's just me to choose the winners. And what I'd like to know is, what question can we ask, Helen? I'm just thinking. Okay, what would you do with your bumblebee stamp? If you had a bumblebee stamp, what would you do? Would you be doing home decor? Would you be doing card making, journaling? Would it be something I haven't thought of? Maybe stamping onto fabric? Let us know in the comments. What would you love to do with that big bumblebee? Because that's my favourite thing, I think, of the whole collection. So just a quick hello to all of you. I can see you're all commenting. Thank you so much. I am reading the comments as Helen's showing you everything. There's so many. Now, Fifi, that's Fiona, isn't it? Do correct me if I'm wrong there. On YouTube, just check it on YouTube. She says she loves the sound that the dies make when you shake the packet. She's sure she can identify Helen's dies by that sound. Yeah, that would make a good game, she says. I think so. Yeah, I do wonder. I'm going to have to, because Helen she has a lot of dies in her packets. Maybe that's the reason there's so many in there. You do get an absolute bargain. You get so much for your money. Lots of you commenting. Thank you so much. There was one I was going to read out and then I didn't get to it on time and it's gone. There you go. Wandy Sweet. She says, hi from New York. She's obsessed with your dies, Helen. There's lots of people watching from all over the world. Thank you so much. I'll pop over to Facebook and have a scroll through the comments as well whilst Helen's doing her next demonstration. Now, just quickly, if you're loving this collection, and so many of you are, because this did launch on TV first this time, we are down to literally like double figures of things now, so you need to be really quick. It's been selling overnight this morning since we announced it's on. So the cheapest item is $11.99. That is all for that gorgeous paper pad. But if you're thinking about putting multiple things into your basket, a good idea is to go over to CraftStash and check out the bundles, because you can save up to £36 on those bundles. There's lots of different configurations, so check those before you buy everything individually. Okay, right, I think besides answering that question, I think all that's left to do is for us to go over and watch Helen demonstrate. I'm going to now so we can sit and watch. Okay, Helen, I'm going to leave it to you.
Okay, so I did forget to show you the papers. So before we go into the demo, I'm
yes.
quickly show you these ones. These are absolutely wonderful. These are my favourite. That I literally want wallpaper and everything decorated with these papers. So you get 24 single-sided sheets. They're 250 GSM, and that's 3 copies per pattern. So we have the pattern parts here, and we have this lovely sunflower and bees here.
So
this
pretty.
one is a lovely, it's going to be absolutely perfect for like scrapbooking on this one, adding your photographs along the top. And I did actually make a scrapbook page with this one as well. And I've used my alphabet dies from my first album launch as well. So those
great.
Really,
do you know if they're still available, those alphabet dies?
They should be, yes.
Lovely. We'll take a look at those.
Then we have the honeycomb here with all the different patterns, and I did like to add some black into this one as well, because we have the black in the bees, so I want that to follow through on all the papers. Here we have the flying bees here, and you can cut these out, so I'll be using this one in the next demo. And then we have this lovely like blue gingham here. It's like a tablecloth or a picnic blanket. It goes so well with this one here. So
just again, reminds me of summer picnics.
It does, yes, and even school uniforms as well. I was the unlucky child that had the larger squares and everyone else had the little tiny ones.
Yeah. Like those dresses.
I love this one as well. It's got the nice deep black background in there to complement the black in the bees. And I think this one is ultimately my favourite one. I absolutely love this one. I've used this in the mini albums.
So pretty.
The front covers. But again, it's going to be absolutely excellent for scrapbooking. You can add your photographs in amongst everything. And I've just trimmed this one down to make an A4 layout as well. I've used the cutter parts there. I've layered them up. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see.
Yes, we really can. There. Yeah, we can see all the drop shadows. It's so pretty. It looks as if you've stamped and colours in yourself.
All I had to do was a bit of fussy cutting and it was done.
Perfect.
And there we have the cutouts here. So we have the large bee here. So that's absolutely perfect for your card making and everything else. Okay, so I think we're ready now to start with the waterfall. So I'm just going to quickly move that aside.
Now, you say these are quick to put together. We'll see. I'm going to time you and see how long it takes.
Oh, okay. Well, I've already done some die cutting and sticking and gluing already, but this one should go together quite quickly.
Wonderful.
Okay, so we're going to be starting off with the small ornate waterfall die set. So here is what it looks like. I've shown you that already. So you need to die cut one of those and then 5 of your main pieces. So you'd be using the outline to do the purple. I've used the purple here, and the inner one for your patterned paper or directly onto your photographs. If you're using it on anything that's directional, or if you have a photograph, make sure it's in that orientation. So you'd pop it down on your photograph like that with the curvy bits at the bottom. Otherwise, it will be an upside down waterfall. You'll be defying gravity. Okay, so I've die cut one of those, 5 of these, plus my 5 mats, and I've popped them in the order that I want them to flow in. There we go. That is the order, I think. Yep. Move those aside. Just pop those there. And then 2 of these little thingies here using this die.
Little thingies.
And I have a little cut apart B. So let's get started. So I'm going to grab my bone folder and I'm just going to fold this towards myself. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on all the other score lines. And I'm just making sure that it's lined up either side before I press it down completely.
So they're mountain folds as you go along. I suppose it depends. No, well, I suppose it depends which way you look at it, doesn't it? But they're all going the same direction.
So we're almost done here. 2 more lines. So again, yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare trying to work out how to make this from scratch, you know. So it's really good that you can just do that, and then just do this just to get that exercised. And again, this complements the larger version of this as well, so they're both exactly the same. Okay, so we're going to fold this forward and keep that forward, and you should have the word pull just here.
Oh, yes.
You can put some ink over there if you want it to be a little bit more prominent. Okay, so we're moving over now to our 2 little squares that fold over. So let's
We've got some great ideas coming through for the bumblebee stamp.
I need to go through the comments later.
Yeah.
So, okay, so this is where the magic sort of happens at the end, but we're getting it ready now. Okay, so these attach onto this section here at the back here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do a dry run. So I have that, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see how it's the score line's sticking out slightly. So that's giving that a bit of space for when it goes around here, because it's this larger section at the back there that's going to slide up and down.
Right.
That's going to give it the space. So I'm just going to add my glue now, but I'm not going straight up to the score line. My light just turned off again.
Oh, don't worry, we can still see perfectly. It's okay.
I must be being haunted by something. There we go.
Maybe it's on a time thing, so
yeah.
I don't know.
It's a touch screen thing, so it's got those touch buttons that you can go along and then down.
Oh, yes.
It's a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah, my son has one of those for his bedroom, for his night light. So you can see through into the hallway and into our bedroom. We sort of see this very faint light going blue, green, red, yellow. But he's playing with it.
Okay, so those 2 are now on there, so we can leave those alone. So I've just die cut all of these out. It was really quick to do, and I'm going to start at the bottom now. So I'm going to take my bottom one. So if you have a certain order you want them to be in, pop them in the order, take them from the bottom. Right, so we have this section here for the first one. So I'm going to add my glue along there. I'm not going to go over the score line at all. If you want to, you can use some red tape, but I would add extra glue just to keep it safe, because for me personally, if I use tape, it falls apart a few years later. So
yeah,
I'm just going to pop this on. I'm going to go straight up to the score line, and I'm going to line it up as well to make sure everything is straight. I can just about see the score line there, so I'm happy that that's in the right place. And I'm going to go up to the second segment, add my glue, just do this one at a time, take from the bottom, and the process is exactly the same as you work your way up to the top.
Okay, nice and easy. And there's
there we go. Just
5 panels.
Nice and easy. It really is. Next one. Again, I'm not adding glue above or below the score line, because this is a working mechanism, so you don't want anything getting glued to the wrong place. So this is almost done now, and then I need to find a place in my book. So if you're wondering about the assembly of the album, that will be released tonight on my channel. It's exactly the same assembly as the medium and the large albums. It's exactly the same, but those videos will be released tonight.
Great. But just with a
So
little bit of a size difference. I love
that's
that
right.
you've given us albums that can be portrait or landscape. I just think that is so versatile and opens it up to whatever
It
style
does,
people love.
because if you look at it, they're so different.
They
They really
are,
are very
yeah.
different.
And they're so pretty, and I love that everything matches.
Okay, so I'm going to actually put this B on this pull bit here.
Ah,
You can write pull on above it if you want to. If you have some tiny little letters, you can add that there. So I'm going to glue that on once it's in situ. Okay, so I do have a small album that I'm currently working on. This was the one that I was working on when I was filming my tutorials. So
okay,
this album will be released tonight, and it will be the whole assembly of how I popped this together. So I've
great.
popped this one with just an ordinary hardback, sorry, not hardback, ordinary pages for the covers. I've just reinforced them with extra card. But if you want
Okay.
to, you can make a wrapped cover as well. And I've just popped in
Oh yes.
the binding there, and you can just add your pages. That will give you 8 pages if you have a wrapped cover.
Speaking about making the actual albums, we have got your toolkit in stock. I know when you've been on TV, it always sells out. We've got that there. If you go to the Simply Made Crafts, the new items in today, and you click on the page, I believe this and the fabric paper come up near the top. So, or certainly if you go to Helen's brand page, they do.
Yes.
So these are what you need, aren't they, really, for making albums?
They are. These make it so easy. These sold out twice on Create and Craft. Can you believe that?
I
Twice.
can. They're so handy.
So I absolutely love the bookbinding.
And of course, you've got tutorials as well that talk us through how to use those, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do, yes. Okay, so I've got my last page now to pop in. Again, I do the whole page assembly for you in the videos that are coming out tonight. So I wanted to spend a bit of attention on some of the other die sets today. So I'm just adding just a bit of glue there, just my last hinge.
Okay.
Add that there. And then I'm going to, I've got my paper matched already, so I know which way it's going to go on.
Right.
Slide that on.
So it just pops over the top or sort of wraps around, is it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
And that will hide all of those little dash lines.
Oh, look how neat that sits.
There
Isn't
we
that
go.
beautiful? Love it.
So that is my album, pretty much almost complete. That's ready now for decorating with photographs and adding elements like this. So, I mean, this would look really good just here in the front cover,
Yeah.
actually. I had planned to put it here. That would
Yeah.
look good there too. I think I'm just going to pop it on in the cover.
So many options. You can make another one. It's fine.
I can make loads more. I've probably made hundreds now. I need to count all the albums I've made. For each collection, I've made probably a good 4 or 5 albums.
Yeah, and I dread to think how many collections you've actually bought out in the past.
Okay, so the only place I'm adding glue are on these little flaps here. So all of this needs to be glue free, otherwise it won't move up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just going to pop this on there. I want to leave enough room for my bee as well.
Oh, of course, yes. Because you want that, I guess, hidden when it's closed.
That's right. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue there. I think I will probably try and get a silver pen and I'll write pull just on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has had a bit of time to dry now. So the bee hasn't, but I'll give that a good test. And there we have.
Love that.
Mechanism. There we go. I think the glue is still wet there on where I've glued it to the page. Okay, so that is the small ornate waterfall album. Again, this is going to look perfect inside your mini albums and on cards as well, card fronts.
Perfect. Love it. Absolutely fantastic. I know you had another demonstration for you. I don't like to hurry, but are you okay to get ready for that one?
Yep, I'm going to quickly get ready for that one
Amazing.
now.
I'll just come back and recap offers and such. Thank you. We'll be back with you in a moment. Isn't that brilliant? I just love to see how it all just comes together so quickly, and those papers are beautiful. So don't forget, you can win that paper pack along with the honeycomb set as well, and along with the twist and pop, which Helen's going to demonstrate in just a moment if you're not sure how a twist and pop works. But the entire collection is available on CraftStash. You've got items from as low as $11.99, that is the paper pack, and then you've got bundles. Now the bundles are all with a saving, because of course we're bundling together for you, but some of the bundles, or certainly one of the bundles, you're getting a massive £36 off when you buy everything together like that. So it's well worth going for. If you've already entered by commenting, now I've seen so many comments and they are absolutely fantastic. People are going to be making home decor and all sorts with that bee stamp. Just answer that question. The bee stamp, let me just show you here in case you missed the earlier question. The bee stamp here, beautiful large bumblebee. What would you be making with that? If you answer that question in the comments on Facebook and on YouTube, while Helen's when she gets towards the end of her next demonstration, I will pick a name who's answered that question from both YouTube and Facebook, and you will both win this little bundle of goodies. Then there's a third chance to win. So if you've already entered that, if you've made your comment, tell me what you're going to do with Bumblebee. By all means, comment more than once if you've got more than one idea. I'm sure lots of you have. You can go to our Facebook page after this live. There is a post there that gives you another chance to win. So you can go and enter again, and that's open to absolutely everybody. And that will also be open for around about a week. So you've got more chances to win if you're just catching up with us and it's not live at the moment. Okay, Helen, we are getting on, but we've only got about 20 minutes left. But never mind, if we run over, we run over. I mean, last week we ran over with Sheena by about half an hour. It was ridiculous. But all good fun. So, Helen, are you okay if we come back to you?
Yes.
She's all good.
It's a funny old day here. Sun's in, sun's out.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. It's lovely.
Okay, so I've done some die cutting already. So I've already die cut out one of these, one of the long panels, and my card front, which is this one. Oops, just there. Okay, so we're going to start off with this panel here. So we have a long line going across and then two going diagonal. So I'm going to fold this one towards myself first. And then burnish that down, and then these diagonal lines go backwards, so fold that behind and then do the other one.
And like I said earlier, you do put instructions on the back of your packets, don't you?
Yes, I do. Okay, so you should have something that now looks like that. If you folded it in the same way that I have, it should do that. So it should be easy now to fold up. So pinch those in and it should go like that. Okay, use your bone folder again just to press down these lines, because this will help the mechanism work nicely if everything is pressed down.
Lovely.
Okay, so let's open this up and then we'll set that aside. Okay, so now we have our 4 panels that go across the top. So fold that behind, line everything up and make sure it's all straight before you properly fold it down. Now these 2 end pieces go forward.
Can I just ask a question quickly?
Yep.
Marie Bland has asked, what GSM cardstock do you recommend for the mechanism?
I use around about 220. I'm using the Creative Expressions Foundations card.
Sorry, I think I coughed over you then. I've got a tickle. I'm going to mute myself while you, I don't know if it'll mute me actually. I'm going to try. We'll see. No, yeah, I can mute myself. Bear with me, I'm going to have a cough. I'll let you carry on, Helen.
Okay. So I have this in a
no,
W.
it doesn't mute me.
I have
Sorry,
this
everyone.
in a W. Okay, so I need to add some glue here. I'm going to make some marks now, just to make it easier for you to see where I'm putting my glue. But on the back of the packaging, I have popped a little diagram on here to say where your glue is supposed to go. Grab a pencil, and I'm just going to line up. My light keeps going on and off. Maybe it's on the way out. I have had it for about 5 years. So
oh, have you? Oh, I assumed it was a new one because you were sort of having issues with it.
It's just turned itself back on again.
Do you know what? It honestly doesn't make a huge amount of difference. I don't think we'd even notice if you didn't say anything. So that's fine. Don't worry about it. More annoying is the fact I have a tickle every time we do a live.
Okay, so grab your glue, and we're going to be adding glue to this section and this section, and just do a dry run. This score line here lines up with this pencil line here. You can come
Okay.
a little bit out actually if you want to. Okay, so add your glue. Again, I would definitely recommend glue for this, and then leave it to dry properly.
Right. Like you say, double-sided tape is great initially, but it does seem to wear off over a few years, especially with heat.
Yes, it does. Yeah. So we don't want anything kind of falling apart. So we're just going to add this on there. So I have this folded up
Okay.
just so that that end piece is there. So just line it across the top there.
So you're just putting the two pieces directly one on top of the other,
That's
really?
right. So I've got the pencil line there.
Yeah.
Gosh, this light's going up and down.
It's not.
I'm
It's not
turn it
really
off.
showing. Honestly, don't worry.
And then I'm just going to. It's just that I can see the little touch screen. The lights are going up and they're going down by themselves.
Isn't that
Like
funny?
someone's touching it, and it's going up, and it's going down. Okay,
Maybe
so
there's a little bumblebee sitting on it,
something's flying about.
having a
I can
dance.
just see the pencil line there. Okay, and then that should just fold up nicely.
Perfect. That just took no time at all, did it?
That's right. It was so easy, and there was no measuring, getting your pencil out, and you know how it is when you make these manually. It's a nightmare. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is your mechanism. That's ready to go now. So I've got my card. Doesn't have to go into this card that does come with the die set. You can, if you have a 6x4 card or a 6 card or a 5x7, 6x6, it will work in all of those. Okay, so there is my card. Got a bit of dry glue there. Okay, so I'm going to add glue now just to these two triangles either side, on both sides.
Does it matter which wet glue you use?
I'm using a super strong one, which is Cosmic Shimmer. It's an acrylic glue, so that is going to not budge once that's down. Okay, so I'm going to use this point here just to go right up to the score line. Just place it down while I'm making sure that it's straight top and bottom. And then it does kind of shoot out a little bit as you close it, but it
Yeah.
still needs to be butted up against that score line. And then I'm just going to press down with my bone folder. And then what I want you to do is forget about it. Like, leave it alone, put it aside. Don't be tempted to open it. Just forget it, because if you even have a little peek, it will start to come apart. You need to make sure
Right.
your glue is properly dry.
Okay.
So I have
Here's
one
one
that
I made
made
earlier.
So here it is. Okay, so we're going to decorate this now. So I've already got my little mats already done. So let's get those popped on.
So Mrs. Stationery and Stuff said she hasn't made a twist and pop card for years just because it was so time consuming, but you've taken all that time and effort out of it, haven't you?
That's right. These are so fun, and I just love the small, because this is quite small as well. It's not a large thing, so it's kind of cute in its own little way. So, and it just fits perfectly inside the small album. So I'm just adding glue here. So feel free just to go all out with the mats and everything. But I'm only just going to mat this center panel here with, I think this is my favorite paper from the set.
It is so pretty. They're all so pretty in their own right. I mean, and they'll mix and match perfectly as well, won't they?
That's right. Okay, so I do have a little bee to cut out as well. I was in two minds whether to use the stamped bee and die cut it out, or just quickly fussy cut that one out. So that is the twist and pop. You can mat this side and that side. That folds up, so that folds open like that. So I'm going to pop it on there. So you also get the mat there for the front. So let's glue that on. This would look great with the sides distressed. If you have one of these, just to distress the sides.
Yes.
And lift up the corners, that would look really
And
good.
if you don't, a pair of scissors.
Yes, just use a pair of scissors, just like
Just
that.
be
with the
careful.
blade. But yeah, be very, very careful.
Yeah, there's our disclaimer. Please don't blame us if you nick yourself whilst doing it.
And I've got some lovely green cardstock here. pop that on there. Those you get the wreath with this die set as well, but again, it's going to be perfect for Christmas.
Yep.
I'm just going to lift up some of these leaves as well, just to give a bit of dimension. And
I've
then
had an idea. I think you could do a Christmas bumblebee. Instead of black and
could.
yellow, it could be like white and red.
Yes. Okay, so I've got here some of my flowers now. You also get these flowers in the die set there, and they layer together as well. So you
Perfect.
get 3 different sizes. So let's get these glued on.
So, I mean, you're making a card, but equally this will go inside an album, won't it?
Yes, it will. Even if you just glue this side down completely, it will then open up like that. So, right, let's quickly finish cutting out this.
While you're doing that, if that's okay, I'll
Yeah.
read some of these fantastic comments about what people would
Okay.
do with it. Tara Mazzoni has said she's ordering 2 pads because they're really lovely designs and one is just not enough.
Exactly. If it's my favourite pad, I've got 2 or 3 of them, and one of them I just don't touch. It's just for looking at. It's literally
Now-
just for looking at.
Just to look at and stroke and
Yeah.
sniff if you know what paper's like. Now I recognise this name, Victoria Bunn.
Hello, Victoria.
Victoria Bunn. She's asked, what colour pens do you use to colour your images with?
For the bee, I've got
Yeah.
them just here actually. I've got the Artie's watercolour brush pens. So I have here Bumblebee Yellow
Oh, there we go.
and Dolphin Grey for the wings.
Perfect. There we go. Now,
So-
let me see some of these suggestions whilst you're still snipping. Crafty 88. It would also look great stamped onto tissue paper and used on a pillar candle. Yes,
Oh, yes, it would. Yes.
absolutely. People have talked about decorating the craft room for summer. Yes, thank you, Vocal Zone, for my cough. I've had a cough for weeks now. Not a cough, a tickle. It's just left over from a cold. It'll go. I had a drink. I sneakily had a drink whilst Helen was demonstrating. Kathy Cox would do shrinky key rings for the bee, with the bee for kids leaving gifts as part of the school, as it's part of the school logo. Well, that's really handy. This is definitely a must-have set for you then, Kathy. Lena has said I think she's bought the big butterfly from Christina Griffith's Card Making Magic. She'd love to make a card she's written, I'm sorry, I can't read your language, I apologise. She's put it in her language as well, and I can't read it. I wish I was fluent in whichever language you speak. I apologise. One more then, as Helen's just putting that in. Here we go. So again, Crafty 88, great ideas here. I think it would look gorgeous stamped onto some ceramic coasters and then resin to seal them. Yeah, you did coasters, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Where did I put them? There we go. They're behind me. Here we go.
Yeah, gorgeous. Fabulous.
Okay, so I am tempted to kind of pop this in somewhere, but I made the wings too big, so it will have to go into a landscape version.
Right.
Here. So that will fit perfectly in one of these. Here we go. So I'll just add some glue here, pop that there, and then
Ideal.
you can have that opening up inside
Oh,
your
I
album.
love that. And that will really make your album strong and sturdy with all those layers of paper as well. I love a nice, thick, full album.
That's right. And because we have the gaps in between, you can add some bulk in between your pages
Yeah.
too. There's space there because of the way of the binding is put in.
Fabulous. Amazing. Helen, are you okay if you switch your camera around while I announce these winners so we can do a quick goodbye to you in a
course.
moment?
Yep.
Lovely. Thank you so much. So, yes, winners, I did say, please do comment your answer to that question, what would you use the bumblebees for? So many comments, so many fantastic ideas. Lots of them, actually, more along the home decor route. Helen and I will go back and read through all of those after the live. We might do it together, actually, give each other ideas. But I have chosen 2 names whilst Helen was just getting towards the end of her demonstration there. So I feel a bit like a newsreader here. I've got my pad. So the first one from Facebook, and I must admit I didn't jot down what you suggested. I apologise. That would have been a really sensible thing for me to do. But, you know, it's Friday. Who thinks about sensible things? The first one from Facebook is Janice Williams. Congratulations, Janice. You have won this bundle of items. I'm sure Helen didn't. We can't hear Helen while she's not on the screen, unfortunately, but I'm sure she's sort of in the background. And Linda Worth from YouTube, you as well. Brilliant suggestions, both of you. Everybody go back and look at all the comments on both channels, because there's some fantastic ideas there on what you can be doing with the Bumblebee stamp from Helen's new collection. So yeah, that's a fantastic launch, isn't it? I love these shows where we get to see live demonstrations and have a chat at the same time. We've got the 2 winners. If you are not Janice or Linda, please do go over to the Facebook page and make sure you enter to win the 3rd bundle, and we will be in contact with you on Friday. But if you are Janice or Linda, you do need to email us at customerservice@craftstash.co.uk and send us your postal address. And here's a little side note for you on a personal note, kind of. Apologies to those of you if you're waiting for prizes to come out to you. I've got really behind in sending those out lately, but that is my job this afternoon, to sit and catch up with those all this evening and get all of those ordered and sent out to you. So if you are waiting for a prize from a previous live, bear with me, please. Thank you very much. Helen, I'm going to come back to you. I can see you're sitting there looking very pretty and waiting. Thank you very much. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I love those albums. I love the mechanisms. I love the cards you've made. It's just such a great collection, and it's a great all-round collection, isn't it? What I'd love to know, because I think this one's going to sell out super quick, if we've even got any left in stock now, because we were getting short before we even started the live. What's coming next from Simply Made Crafts? Can you give us a little sneak peek?
I can. I don't have any sneak peeks to show you.
No, just an idea, sorry.
It's packed away because I'm almost ready to start on it now. However, now that Bee Garden is done, it's been released, it's now the countdown to Christmas. So I'm super excited about that. Yes,
because I mean, usually in the craft world, Christmas is in July, isn't it? To give everybody time to get their products, to get crafting with them ready before the big day or the season. So excellent. I look forward. Now, I do believe that your Christmas collection is going to be a CraftStash only launch.
It is.
Yay.
I'm really excited about that. So make sure you don't miss the launch. I'm going to have loads of samples to show you. It's going to be loads of fun. I might even dress up as Santa. Might have to go into the loft to get stuff down, but we'll see.
Amazing. What we'll do is, because it is a CraftStash only launch, no TV for you for that collection. I think we'll try and get together if we can, but we'll make it a 2-hour launch. Let's do that. No pressure. Cool. But I think so we can show more, we can look at more of the samples and things like that. So everybody look forward to that. We will get the event up as soon as we're ready in July. Is that July? I think it's in July.
It is July, yes.
I should know this, shouldn't I?
It's just round the corner.
I know, it's scary, isn't it? Is it July next week? I think something like that. Anyway, we will see you again very soon. Thank you so much, Helen, and have a lovely weekend. All right, take care, everybody else as well. See you soon. Bye-bye.